Hi, I'm kind of pissed off right now because I attempted to make this video like an hour ago, and I spent like half an hour recording commentary, and then I go into Audacity and find out that, hey, the music I was listening to via my headphones, yeah, Audacity recorded all of that as well, so anything that I said in my initial take is just gone. It's totally useless.
But wait! There's more!
Twice in a row, I've been sleep deprived. So day one, I was like, hey, I'm finally able to reset my sleeping schedule. I'm gonna wake up at a reasonable time. That's awesome. And so I get like, I don't know, 3 hours of sleep. And then the fire alarm goes off. Day two, 2 hours of sleep at most. And then I hear banging. Right outside of my apartment, I had two boomers in the middle of the night assembling furniture. And I have no idea why. I have no clue why they picked the middle of the night to do that, but they did. So I'm gonna do this video, and then by the end of it, I'm just gonna go to sleep. All right, not a good day, not a good day. So Ruffian Games, that being the developer behind Crackdown 2 and 3, as well as 3 other games that nobody cares about enough to make Wikipedia pages for, they've now been acquired by Rockstar Games. Now this actually happened last Tuesday, but I guess nobody took notice of this until today. I find this story very interesting, and it's for several reasons. About 4 months ago, Video Games Deluxe, that being the studio behind LA Noire the VR case files, they announced on LinkedIn that they were working on, quote, a AAA open world title in VR for Rockstar. But here's something you may not know. The post I'm showing you right now has been edited. As some of you may recall, I did a video on this back in July. During the making of this video, I found the post and included a screenshot of it in my video. And during the planning stages for this video, I mistook Video Games Deluxe for Ruffian Games. And so my intention was to include a screenshot of the post they made back in July, just to kind of include that in the video and be like, oh, by the way, as some of you may remember, here's what they said back in July. But then of course I realized, wait, hold on, these are two separate studios, they're not the same. But as I came to that realization, I noticed something different about the post. Here's what the post looks like now. Okay, so have you noticed anything interesting? The part mentioning a AAA open world title in VR, it's been changed to simply say a new project. I suspect that some higher ups from Take-Two Interactive, or maybe even Rockstar Games, were not too happy about the studio publicly stating what this new project was gonna be. But as for Ruffian Games, they've now been rebranded to Rockstar Dundee. So back in October of 2019, they announced on Twitter that they were hiring engineers for, quote, unspecific titles for Rockstar Games. Okay, so you have one studio that announced an open world VR game in the making, and then you have another studio, a recently acquired and rebranded to be a Rockstar Games studio, stating back in 2019 that they were working on multiple projects for Rockstar Games. In my opinion, and it is my opinion, so don't take this as gospel, in my opinion, it seems likely that Rockstar assigned this studio to assist in developing a set of ports, or maybe even newer, smaller games. And then over the span of a year, they noticed that, hey, you know, this studio shows a lot of promise and potential. And that being the case, Rockstar bought the studio. They've done this kind of thing in the past, and I think a lot of the really good games that Rockstar has put out, Bully, for instance, a lot of these games were made by studios that were acquired by Rockstar Games shortly prior to the games being released. I have no idea if the same thing is gonna happen to Video Games Deluxe, especially considering that they basically announced the making of a huge project. You know, that's a big no-no. If there's one thing Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar Games hate, it's people leaking their upcoming titles. One could argue that this is not a leak, but I mean, they announced something that has yet to be officially announced. But as for the types of people Rockstar Dundee was looking to hire back when they were called Ruffian Games, you had multiple senior engineers, a UI engineer, a systems engineer, graphics engineers, gameplay script engineers, senior graphics engineers, and, you guessed it, more engineers. I don't know, audience, I feel like they could use a few more engineers, you know, just to be on the safe end. Why not? And apparently they were specifically looking for people with, quote, generalized experience in multiplayer action games developed for PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and future platforms. Oh, and by the way, here's something that I did not know prior to seeing Badger Gujar's video on this. Several Rockstar Games employees who provided work on Manhunt, they actually ended up leaving Rockstar Games and getting jobs at Ruffian Games instead. So now that the studio has been acquired by Rockstar and rebranded to Rockstar Dundee, most of these people are yet again employees of Rockstar Games. I don't know, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. What do you think they're planning? Let me know in the comments below. I'm actually kind of happy because I'm done recording this video. I feel liberated and relieved. I guess if you want to make me feel a bit better, you could give this video a like. That'd be nice. I think so, don't you? Anyway, that's it for this video. Stay classy. Peace.